Welcome to Raise the Standard, a podcast about leadership, systems, and why excellence is never accidental. Most organizations talk about culture. They define values. They print posters. They hold meetings about behavior. And yet, culture rarely changes. In this episode, we examine a quieter truth, how standards quietly become culture.
Culture is often treated as something abstract, something emotional, something difficult to control. But culture is not mysterious. It is built slowly, through repetition. Culture is simply the accumulation of what is expected, what is enforced, and what is tolerated. Written values do not create culture. Daily behavior does. Now consider a simple example. Imagine a workplace where meetings are scheduled to start at 9 o'clock. The rule is clear. Everyone knows it. But meetings rarely start on time. People arrive late. The meeting waits. No one says anything. After a while, no one thinks of this as a problem. Arriving late becomes normal. Not because anyone decided it should be, but because it was tolerated. That tolerance becomes the culture. The same thing happens with quality, with safety, with professionalism, with communication. When a standard is applied inconsistently, people learn that it is optional. When a mistake is ignored, people learn that precision does not matter. When poor behavior has no consequence, people learn what is acceptable. This learning does not happen consciously. It happens through observation. People watch what leaders react to. They notice what gets attention. They notice what gets overlooked. And they adjust accordingly. This is why culture cannot be fixed with slogans. Posters do not enforce standards. Emails do not correct behavior. Speeches do not change habits. Only consistent action does. Strong cultures are not loud. They are predictable. People know what is expected. They know what will be questioned. They know what will not be accepted. Weak cultures feel flexible, but that flexibility creates uncertainty, and uncertainty creates variation. Over time, variation becomes inconsistency, and inconsistency becomes frustration. Leaders often say they want a strong culture, but culture requires discomfort. It requires intervening early. It requires addressing small issues before they grow. Ignoring small deviations feels kind. It avoids awkward conversations. It keeps the peace. But tolerance is not neutral. It is instructional. It teaches people what the organization truly values. Culture is not built by what leaders say on good days. It is built by what they do on difficult ones. When standards are upheld quietly and consistently, culture aligns without force. That is how standards become culture, not suddenly, not dramatically, but inevitably.
These ideas are explored in more depth in the book Raise the Standard, because good enough never built anything great, available on Amazon. In the next episode, we'll examine why long-term thinking is a leadership skill. Until then, raise the standard.